Hey there tech fans, Rick here again with another review, and today I have the Orei UHD-401ARC 4x1 HDMI switcher. This product allows you to very quickly select from up to 4 different HDMI media sources and send that selected source to a single monitor. You can make that selection using the button on the top of the unit or the included remote control. The unit fully supports 4K ultra-high definition media content and is both HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.2 compliant, as well as being an ARC pass-through device. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing of the product just to show you all the components that are included, and then I'll take a closer look at the switcher itself and explain the connections you'll need to make to use it with your own equipment, and then I'll come back and actually discuss some of the features that really separate this product from a lot of other 4x1 HDMI switchers on the market. Inside the kit, you'll find the 4x1 HDMI switcher, an infrared remote control you can use to make the selections from the comfort of your couch, a 5-volt DC power supply. This end will plug into any standard wall outlet. The other end has a micro USB connection on it, which plugs into the back of the switcher, and that's all the power you'll need to operate the unit. And finally, a full instruction manual is also included that lists specifications, connection diagrams, and other information you'll need to understand in order to use this product with your own equipment. The unit features a high-impact plastic case, which makes it lightweight and very durable. It also has a really nice brush finish, which will fit in well with any decor. On the top of the unit, you'll find a selection button that allows you to step through the 4 inputs and decide which of those you're going to send to the output. On the front of the unit, starting on the left-hand side, you'll find a full-size HDMI port. That's input number 1. That will connect to one of your media devices. To the right of that are 4 LEDs, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that indicate which of the inputs are currently being sent to the output. To the right of that is a power indicator. The minute you add power to the unit, it's going to start an internal power on self-test to check all the electronics to make sure they're working okay. Once it passes that test, it'll light that LED letting you know it's ready to use. On the bottom of the unit are 4 rubber feet that keep it in place when you set it down and prevent it from scratching a surface. On the rear of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find the power port. That's used with the included power supply. That's a micro USB connection. You just plug the cable in there, and that's all the power you'll need to operate the unit. To the right of that are 4 HDMI ports. The first one is an output port. That will connect to the monitor you'd like to share all of the inputs across. And then to the right of that is input number 2, input number 3, and input number 4, which is also an ARC input. These connect up to your other 3 media devices. That's pretty much all you need to know about the switcher. I hope you found that helpful. Here are a few things to keep in mind if you're in the market for an HDMI switcher like this one. And the first has to do with the number of ports. Some of the products on the market today may only support 2 or 3 input devices to a single output, whereas this one fully supports 4 devices. And that's important because anytime you're shopping for an HDMI switcher, you want to make sure you find one that has more ports than the number of devices you're currently using, because you'll need room for expansion. You know you're going to want to plug additional equipment in down the road, and if you buy a switcher today that only supports the number of devices you're currently using, you run out of ports pretty quickly. So finding one that's got 2 or 3 extra ports on it means you can hang on to it for longer and be able to plug in all that new gear that you're going to be buying. Another nice feature is the way the HDMI connections are organized on this product. Some of the products on the market may have a couple of HDMIs in the back, they may have 1 or 2 on the sides, 1 up front, and that doesn't seem like that big a deal until you start plugging in cables and realize you've got cables going everywhere and you can't really do anything with cable management. This one, you've got a single output on the back, 3 of the inputs are on the back, and that's nice because I can bundle the cables together, they fall off the back of my desk really naturally, and there's not a lot of cables running everywhere. I also like the fact that they put an HDMI connection on the front because occasionally I'll want to plug a laptop in or some other portable device to share on that monitor, and I can plug it right in on the front with no hassles. The power supply is really another nice feature. It comes with a standard 5-volt DC USB power supply. This end plugs into any wall outlet. The other end has a micro USB connection on it. Now you can use this to power the unit, but what I like about that is it also can be powered by a standard USB-A connection. So if you plug this into your media center or maybe on your desktop and you've got a computer there with an extra USB-A port, you can use a standard micro USB to USB-A cable and power it right off your computer and not worry about the power supply. And that's important because if the power supply fails and you bought a unit that's got a really proprietary power supply, you may have a hard time finding a replacement. With this one, if the power supply fails, you can easily find another one that'll deliver 5 volts DC, but more importantly, if you're connecting it to your computer, you'll have power forever, so that's really nice. The other thing that's really cool about it is a lot of these units don't come with a remote control. Now that's not a big deal if it's sitting on your desktop because you can hit the button, but if you're going to use it in a media center, think about that a second. It's going to be 10 or 15 feet away from you. You're going to have to get up off the couch, run over there, hit the button, and run back to the couch. So the remote control is a really nice feature. And then last are the specifications. This unit fully supports 4K ultra high definition media content, and even if you're not using 4K content today, this is nice to know you can use it down the road. So if you upgrade your monitor or your media gear later on, it fully supports that 4K standard. It's also HDMI 2.0 compliant as well as HDCP 2.2 compliant, which are really important standards for giving you the best possible picture and audio. And in addition to that, it's an ARC pass-through device, which means that control can be passed through the switch to whatever devices you're connecting up, so you can use one remote for everything you're using, and you can pass audio through it as well. So all things being equal, there's a lot of extra features built into this unit that really separate it from a lot of the other products on the market. And that's pretty much all I had for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, stay nerdy.